This quorum is complete, right?
Yeah, Lalita has come. Hi.
Lalita.
Jamila was asking about you.
No, I asked you, where is Lalita? I asked.
Generally, I don't join these sessions.
You don't join?
I don't know why, but I don't join.
But always you both are together. It's so nice to see, So one is not there. We'll be asking, where is Lax or where is Lalita?
Henceforth, I will join.
Can I?
Mohan Anna.
Haji?
Where is Mohan Anna? Mohan Anna आएंगे.
Mohan Anna, I don't know. He will join hopefully. बड़े मसरूफ रहते हैं वो.
हाँ जी हाँ जी.
He'll hopefully join. So we start here. Right. Hearty welcome to all of you. Very good evening to each of you. At the outside, I must thank you all for taking time to be part of this group. So here we go. Now, anyone joined for the first time? Okay.
Yeah, myself.
So for the benefit of you folks, all I would like to say is that this is a session where we have absolute freedom to communicate whatever we feel like on a given topic or the topic that we may discuss or decide to talk on. And it's a free space for communication. What we don't want to do is to get into any political discussion or religious part of it. It's just free format. We will just communicate and talk on some of the aspects. We have done quite a few sessions in the past. Some of you were there, some of you must have got bored, jo bhi hai, but we still go with it and live with it. I'm glad that at least about, I can see 12 people in the participants list. So that's encouraging. It can go up because there has been an SMS blast for people to join in. So people will be joining in because there is no, you can start from any point. ऐसा नहीं है कि you have to see right from the beginning कि क्या हो रहा है. You might miss a bit, but then you can always catch up. These are very simple things. So the topic that I wanted to discuss about today is crisis and crisis management or crisis handling. Not that I'm going to be talking, I want to hear from all of you. If there has been any situation that you have handled which you feel is a crisis and how you handled it, how you managed it. Now, if I give an example, crisis can be anywhere, anytime, whatever, a very ordinary thing also might look like a crisis to someone. फर्ज करो आप घर में अकेली हो और अकेले हैं, सिर्फ आपका पोता या पोती 2-2.5 साल की पोती सो रही है घर में, शी इज फास्ट asleep, you are busy, you know that the child is going to get up, आप घर में उसके लिए दूध वगैरह गर्म कर रही हैं. The milk is about, it's close to boiling point. At that point आपका लैंडलाइन रिंग करने लगता है. On another side, you want to go to the loo also urgently, and at the same time there is a doorbell that rings. Now yes, and आपका doorbell ऐसा है कि it keeps on ringing and it's a long one, 40 seconds वाला bell है. So it keeps on ringing such that the child is up. बच्चा भी उठ गया. The बच्चा is crying for some food or something to eat or drink. Now you are the one having 4 different things happening at the same time. Can you call this crisis? Maybe some will think that okay, क्या यार एक ही टाइम पे सब कुछ आना है क्या? So the situation will be, what will you do first? The priority, you will actually draw what is your priority in that situation. What is the priority?
Milk.
गैस ऑफ करो, गैस ऑफ करो.
बच्चा रो रहा है तो गैस ऑफ करो because milk is anyway at the boiling point.
Yeah.
Let the landline ring. वो अपने आप जाएगा, थोड़ी देर के बाद वो बंद होगा. And or if you have a sophisticated equipment, it will say, hey, you have reached the voicemail of Lakshmi Narayan. I'm sorry, I'm not at home. You can leave your number and name and a voicemail so that I can revert back to you. This will happen on one side. and the doorbell will also stop. और कौन होगा of all the people, the guy who wants to Iron Man, इस्त्री वाला आया होगा. So it is, in terms of priority, गैस को बंद करो, बच्चे को हैंडल करो. This is what it is. So now, can you call this crisis, or it's just a management of things? But
Regular.
I am not talking about high-end crisis that we faced 2 years ago in the form of COVID, which is at a very different league and level. You're talking about our own experiences of crisis, maybe in your personal life, maybe in the walk of your corporate life, काम वाम में हुआ होगा. So I would like you folks to, while I was talking all this, I was hoping that you will think about a situation of a crisis situation that you managed or you handled and you came out of it, because eventually you will come out of it. Right? Either crisis will get over or crisis will overcome you. जो भी है वो खत्म तो होगा कहीं पे. So can I have anybody who can be the first one to talk about his or her personal crisis situation that has been handled? Jamila has already raised her hand, but I know that 1 minute, Jamila ji, before you start. I think Sarla ji will leave soon because she has a clinic to attend.
Okay.
Next 20 minutes or so. So, Sarla ji, आपको कुछ share करने लायक है, the crisis that you might have handled? आपके patients भी आते हैं, बहुत कुछ होता है. You would have seen a lot.
मैं सब जितनी भी क्राइसिस आती रहती है लाइफ में, वो तो मैं सब मैनेज कर लेती हूँ, कुछ भी हो. लेकिन जब इमोशनल क्राइसिस आता है ना, तब मुश्किल हो जाता है. लेकिन फिर भी अपनी कुनेह या समझदारी या धैर्य, वो सब गुण ईश्वर ने मुझे दिए हैं. तो उसी से मैं अपने जो भी क्राइसिस ऐसे आए, सिचुएशंस तो आती रहती है जीवन में, लेकिन इमोशनल क्राइसिस जब आती है तब डिस्टर्ब बहुत हो जाती हूँ, बाहर दिखता नहीं है, लेकिन मैं मैनेज कर पाती हूँ ये ईश्वर की कृपा से. बाद में कभी अभी तो बात करूंगी, शायद एंड में भी कर सकूंगी इस हमारी टॉक शो के. अभी मैं उसको थोड़ा मुझे.
Okay, so you want some time to
yes.
talk about it. Right, no problem, see. Absolutely fine. So now, since Jamila was the first one to raise her hand, we would like to hear from her what she has actually seen as crisis and how she has managed it. And let me tell you one thing: you might have faced the same situation, but it did not necessarily mean that that is the solution that can be applied globally for a common problem. Maybe in medical terms it may be different. Fever aaya to paracetamol de do. It's a very common solution. But again, there may be variations. I'm saying that a situation handled by Jamila may not be the same thing that somebody else will face and handle. It may be handled differently. Yeah, Jamila ji, go ahead.
Hello, everybody. Actually, my childhood was so rosy, very, very rosy. Whatever I wanted, I used to get from my parents. They used to encourage me for everything. क्या चाहिए सब मिलता था. So it was so rosy, कितना अच्छा था. But the turning point happened. I went to FTII, I did my acting course, I did some movies, all that. Everything was rosy. Even entering the movies was not a struggle for me. They approached me, I did everything. But after that, I don't know how it happened. I used to get a lot of fan letters. Those days there was nothing, phone कुछ भी नहीं था, खाली letters होते थे. So lot of letters I used to get. So my father, he used to make a printout like an एक photo मेरा, and I used to just sign, and I used to, my mother or anybody used to, मैं वो भी post करने के लिए भी नहीं जाती थी. But suddenly what happened, many, even from foreign, even from Saudi, Dubai and all, people used to write to me because the Kannada magazines used to go there also. So मेरा address था उसमें, so like that. It used to come, and some people have visited me also when they come to India, like. So एक बार क्या हुआ, suddenly my husband, who after whom I married, he's coming, and my father having a heart attack happened. Yeah. my father had a major once he had a heart attack when I was doing Kalla Kolla movie, but that was gone. Many people helped me in those days. We used to travel in train from Chennai. Shooting happened in Chennai. We were coming back. Then he recovered from that. But in this time when he came, my husband, who became my husband, he came, and the same time my father had a heart attack also. It's a major heart attack. And everything was, I used to depend everything on my father. My mother only used to be in the house and do all the cooking part and all that. So my father said about this thing, about my marriage. I was hardly 20, not even 21, I think. So he said, no, I'm there, I'll marry. Like, we didn't know what caste he was also. A.R. Mulki, he used to tell, So then my father said, what is your full name? Like, he was lying down. He said, Abdul Razak Mulki. That also, we didn't have any difference because everything is one. My father was in the Indian Air Force. So we never used to have a language barrier or caste barrier, nothing. My father always used to say, you should have a clean heart and don't, be good to everybody. Don't feel jealous about anybody. What you have to get, you will get. You work hard for that. Was the policy, and always I used to follow that. And go in the right way, like, if you have a job for 10 rupees, do that job, nothing else. Like, so I have been following that. And my husband, he said, I will marry her, like, pata nahi kya hua. My father, he asked me, I said, and I used to always follow my father. I have not seen that person also. Can you imagine?
Oh.
Yeah, I have not seen. And people think it must be a love marriage because it's an intercaste. Kuch bhi nahi. I have not gone, I have not seen him, I have not gone out with him or a movie, nothing like that. So, kya hua? Then suddenly my father, he said, okay, if you like, okay, then because my father also, my brother was against. My brother said, no, Jaya, this is not correct. You marry anybody in the same caste, like. But somehow I used to listen to my father and I got married. Everything changed from that time for me. It was not at all easy. I had a lot of Muslim friends, like Shabana Azmi was my colleague in FTI. Zarina Wahab was my colleague. They used to put a big bindi. They used to, Eid manate the, Diwali manate the, sab manate the. मैं भी ऐसे पली हूँ. We used to study in केंद्रीय विद्यालय. सब कुछ एक. We never, सब लोग एक है. हम लोग भारतवासी हैं. We are Indians. But it was not so easy after marriage. I was a pure vegetarian till then. And he used to say, I also am very fond of bhindi. He used to say, I'm very fond of bhindi. But later on, he was only into non-veg. He said, only if I cannot eat, if I do this thing. And, I'll put it in a short way. Everything changed and a lot of complications I had. Like when my first son was born, we don't know. He went to Saudi. Then my mother used to come with me. Then she wrote, mother's name is Jailakshmi. Mother's name Jailakshmi, I'm Jailakshmi. So later on it became, he converted my name to Jamila. Then doctor said, you have to change your name also because otherwise they'll say it's not your son. It is kitna sara complications hua baapre. And so baad mein, and this incident I want to tell you because then we went to that, we went to the hospital. He was born in Sita Batija nursing home, which is now also there in Fraser town somewhere. So hum log wahan gaye. Then one person was there. I said, I want to change my name into Jamila. Like, I was very young. My mother used to do everything. Then he said, no, uske liye paisa chahiye na. Everybody wants lancha. Yella kadeni lancha. Yeah, they wanted lancha like this. Then we came to know and all that. We gave him some money, some money. Those days, 100s and 500s was a big thing those days. So wo sab diya. Then he said, you come tomorrow. Then what happened? We came again. That one man is third party, some broker like. मैं करवा के दूंगा. We don't know anything. And so we went to Sita Bhateja nursing home. Then we were sitting and talking. I will get it done like that. And my purse, everything was there. What he did, he took my purse, which I didn't know that he has taken, and he went outside and he was walking from that compound wall was there. He was going like that, and I and my mother followed him. I and my mother followed that person. हम लोग पीछे 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 गए. We saw him throwing that purse. उसको मालूम हो गया कि हम लोग follow कर रहे हैं. So what he did, he took the purse, he just put it down, We saw him putting the purse. Then we said, robber, 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 we were shouting. So then we came near him, people all gathered. Then he said, nahi, kya hua? Maine kuch nahi, you have put my purse down, And I used to carry a lot of money, because I used to do shooting and I used to get money. So I saw him putting the purse. Then finally, he went there and not leave him. You should give a police complaint. But I am with my mother was said, no, police complaint nahi chalega. Chalo, hamara purse to mil gaya. Maybe he has taken some money from that and he's gone. Chalo, nahi chahiye. Like that, I had so everything was for everything. Jamila. If my mother used to call me Jaya. One funny incident also I would like to tell you in this. So once my mother came home and she said, Jaya. She was quite a bold lady, my mother. I'm like my father, he was little, very soft like. So my mother came and said, Jaya, she called me. Then my husband was there. He said, no, you should not call her Jaya. You should call her Jamila. Then my mother said, no, I'm not going to call her Jaya. Nor am I going to call her Jamila. I'm going to call her Jaya Lakshmi. So these funny incidents also. But these small things used to become such a big fight. Yeah, I think my whole life, from the time I got married, was all into Jamila Jai Lakshmi. Jamila Jai, because people...
Jamila ho gaya.
क्या हो गया मुझे मालूम नहीं बहुत सारा टेंशन I believe the thing I can tell you me living now is a big success for me. Me living now and I'm enjoying life like I'm singing, I'm doing acting, it is a success for me. If I go back and think, and I've got wonderful children actually. My children, they have seen everything, all these things. And, my husband is no more now. He passed away 10 years back. And, I remember when he was going to pass, I don't know what happened. He said, Jamila, mujhe maaf kar do.
Oh.
Yes.
Paschatap.
Yeah, he told me that. I still remember. Because, I used to do my maximum. I can tell you, I did my 200%, whatever I used to do namaz, and I never used to act. I used to do it sincerely.
Okay.
So I think these are all big crises which I faced and I have come out of it. Some people, they would have gone really broken actually, I feel.
Understand.
But I have come out of all this, which I wanted to share. You have to be strong. I may look soft, but I'm strong.
That's wonderful to know. Wonderful to know. You have lived a difficult life and you have been always smiling, which is there for all of us.
Yeah,
that you have to be
That's
cheerful.
what I'm telling. कितने सारे मुसीबत होने से भी मैं हंसती रही. But by God's grace, now I don't have any musibat. My children tell me, Ma, now only you have to make yourself tensed. There is nobody to give you tension.
Yes.
You live your life whatever you want. You want to dance, you dance. You want to wear whatever you want, you wear. Whatever you want to do, you do. And they, they look after me so well. I'm really thankful to God for that.
Excellent. Lovely way of sharing happiness and spreading happiness all over. And your smile says it all. Thank you so much for being that.
Thank you for listening to
be
the
that
story.
way always. Not a plastic smile. It's a genuine smile. We know.
No, it is a genuine.
Yes.
It is really. It is coming from my heart. Yeah.
Jamila ji, we have been
That's
seeing you for
exactly
the
why
past
I
2 years
told
now.
you. Speak from your heart.
We have seen you for the past 2 years now.
Yes.
I know you from October 2020
Yes.
when you sang Dadi Amma Manita.
Yes.
So we
I
know,
know.
and you have been all ever smiling. So be
Yes.
like that and spread
Thank,
happiness, which is a very great thing that you are doing. And
thank
you are
you.
so open about things that you have faced, and
Yeah.
you're sharing it so that others also
Yeah.
think out. They can just forget their inhibition and start sharing. And
Yeah.
this
I
is not a
know.
place where we are going to gossip. We are going to be
Yes.
supporting each other. That
Yes.
is the whole idea of this forum. So be
Yes.
with us, just share whatever you have to share. So for people who have come in a little late, we are talking about personal crisis, that how one has come across and how it has been managed and how you have handled it and come out of it. So excellent episode, Jamila, I must say.
Thank you,
Now,
Lax sir.
Very creditable on your part, really.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So you really deserve, standing ovation if we.
Yay.
Yes, yes. Absolutely.
Okay, who's the next who can share some of the crisis that has been handled? Anyone? Otherwise, I will have to start asking for giving the name. Volunteer. I'll otherwise go sequentially. Whoever is seen in on my screen. So, Sudhaji, excellent. Sudhaji,
Good
yeah, a
good
brief
evening.
introduction also might help. Some of them may not know you. So,
Yeah, hello everyone.
hello.
Hello. I'm not regularly visiting just because of different time zone. Right now I'm with my daughter in US. Actually I belong to Ahmedabad. So I used to visit frequently, but since the time zone is pretty variations, so I'm not able to connect with, especially dance session and all, I miss so much. I enjoy, and when I see others doing it, I get really tempted to do it. But anyway, once I'll be back, I'll join. Regarding crisis, Dr. Sarlaji ne bataya emotional crisis. That's very difficult to recover from that. Like you can just say these are all the things based on different things, like how you take it. One has to take it as it comes, but even then it's very difficult. It's very difficult to implement rather. You can say, हाँ ये तो सब होता रहता है, सबके साथ होता है. But when it comes to personally, like as I have faced so many things, like so it becomes very difficult when it comes on your own part. If I have to say give lecture on somebody, I can do anything, I can say anything, I can say any convincing word. But when it comes to personal thing, it becomes very difficult to implement. So how to come out? I think only time is the best healing solution. As the time passes and when we get friends like you guys all, so there's a lot of chances to come back easily. And as Jamila just said, life is bed of roses. Initially, till marriage, everyone experiences this. Everyone experiences this. But soon the priority changes. Priority changes accordingly. Bed of roses turns into something else also.
Can I slightly modify what you said?
That's what, of course.
No, when you are with your parents also, that time you may not realize that you are having a great life. Only when
That's what
you go away,
Yeah,
then you realize,
that's what
oh,
I'm saying.
वो भी क्या दिन थे.
That's what I'm saying. We didn't realize what was happening among themselves. We had bed of roses, like we were not knowing what consequences they were facing it. So what Lakshji बोल रहे हैं, आप सही बोल रहे हैं. But this is our personal experience. As a kid, our kids don't know what we are facing. Either it's emotional or financial, whatever condition, of course, we are facing. So everyone must be facing something or the other. But our kids, our grandkids, they don't know. Only their parents know. So as a kid, even I was not knowing. My brother had orchestra, singing, enjoying, etc., etc. Nothing doing else, like no responsibilities. Being the youngest sibling among all, I was totally on everyone's head.
That was right.
Over-petted child, I can say. So
It was given.
yeah, there is not much to say. Like from south, I came to north, totally Chennai to Gujarat. So different taste and different culture.
Okay.
So there were so many things initially, especially the food was not, I couldn't adjust with the food. Here we add sugar, like a sweet part in everything, like either it's sambar or your routine sabji also, we add sugar.
Yeah.
But there we add tamarind. So of course that took long time for me to, even right now also, I'm not like so much into the taste of Gujarat. I still love only South Indian food, idli, sambar, and etc. etc. So crisis comes and goes. Only time is the best solution, and nothing is permanent, as we all know.
This too shall pass.
Yeah, it's a part of life. Everyone has to face something or the other.
Oh, so you have no specific instance that you can share.
No specific instance.
Okay. Fine. Thanks. It's very generic, but yeah, very true that normally any daughter or a girl will realize the importance of parents' home only once she moves out of the right, na? Right, na?
सुधाबेन વાત કરવામાં છે तो एक बात तो करो.
आपके सामने ये कैसे करूं?
लाइट बंद
मुझे पता है. Chalo, thank you, Sudhaji. Have a nice time with your daughter.
Thank you.
Enjoy
Thank
with your grandkids, whatever.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
Jairam has raised his hand, so I'll love to listen to. Oh, we have Jairam and Sita both. Lovely, lovely. Good. Very good evening to both of you.
Hi, Lex.
Hi.
Hello.
Nice to see all of you, all seniors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Lax.
Anyway,
I'm also here.
Lex,
Oh, Nathan, yeah. Hi. Okay.
we are talking about the life story. So,
Yeah. So we'll listen to Jairam now.
It's crisis, not
Yeah.
a story.
It's a crisis. We are talking of a personal crisis, anything that was encountered.
when you are talking of a crisis, probably my story will enlighten many people.
Sure, that is the whole idea of this forum.
Yeah. So actually, we were leading a life of little what do you call depression. In the year 2004, Sita lost her husband suddenly. Just he didn't return probably from outside, and he had a cardiac arrest. So her life was totally shattered, and she was leading a life of very this thing. But of course, she merged into the social studies, and in Satya Sai Hospital, she was doing service full time from morning 8 to evening 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock, helping the patients. Actually, they were doing free eye operations there. So she was helping the patients, helping the doctors. So she merged into this sort of service. And then, of course, devotional singing, bhajans, probably.
Okay.
And that was moving on. And meanwhile, in 2010, I lost my wife in a kidney failure issue.
Sad.
Of course, I was staying abroad. I was in Muscat, and later on got transferred to Qatar. So again, the same issue. Both of us were. I was also shattered because my younger son was only in 12th standard. He was studying in 12th standard. Of course, he was anyway independent little bit in the school and all that. So he was studying in Court Public School. So life was in that sort of a situation. I got involved in Brahma Kumari's meditation technique, slowly coming out of the depression. And during this time, the blessing came in the form of our school reunion in the year 2013. We met lakhs and all our schoolmates.
We are all classmates, by the way.
The whole thing turned off, basically we started meeting quite often. Sita used to be the backbone of Bombay Union.
Yes.
So she used to arrange lot of picnics, meets between all the friends. I used to come over from Qatar and attend all these functions, and then the thing all started. So Lax initiated along with this another friend called Vichu. Said, why don't you both come together? Why don't you think of? Why don't you reconsider joining together and then leading a life? Initially, yes, it was a little bit difficult, but then we didn't want to lose our friendship in trying to do this sort of a relationship. But then slowly reconciled. Then we said that let our children know first. We want to know our take the permission of our children. So this whole thing was put forward. The proposal was put forward to our all the 4 children. She has a son and daughter. Both were married, whereas I have 2 sons who were just very teenage boys. So this whole process took about 2-3 months to get the consent of our children. Finally, with God's grace and the support of all our classmates, we finally made it, and we got married in 2015. Attended by all our friends who came down from Bombay and other places. And then all our children attended, my brothers attended, and Sita's mother-in-law came all over from Bombay. She was 89 at that time. She said, I want to come and bless her. That was sort of a marriage happened in Bangalore at my residence. So this is and last 7 years we are leading a wonderful life. Thanks to God and thanks to Lax and all our friends. I just can't express it in any words, basically. So that's how we came out of the whole thing and started a second life, rather.
Second innings.
You are an example to us here.
And I must tell you, these 2 are amazing people. Amazing.
Amazing, really
amazing. They, at the drop of a hat, they will run to help.
The attitude of service is ingrained in both of them.
I would like to share.
It can't be explained.
Yeah, we have experienced it, so we can tell. And I feel extremely privileged that I know these 2 people. These are people who make a difference in the lives of people. Sita, for that matter, is totally service oriented. I know them both from school days. We have grown up together, same school, same class. We passed in the same year, and we got reconnected after 42 years. And that is thanks to this technology that we all got in touch. The social media has helped us, and we are still building. I just identified another classmate of mine recently. He is also now part of the group. So essentially, we are just enhancing our group size.
And this group is such, both classmates, their house making more friends.
Yeah.
I don't belong to this class, nor this school.
We went to Muscat. She became a voluntary servant, service in the special children.
Amazing.
She joined the Indian School Muscat as a special educator, and all the children loved her so much. Even now we get Zoom calls from the children wishing her on her birthdays, and really this is greater joy we cannot have.
Super.
And today, Lax, we went to Dharmakshetra, and amazing, everybody hugging her, and they were welcoming her like anything, because she did.
She's
Sita's
she's
like
a
that.
giving person. Yeah, she has given so much to the humanity. So
For the
sincere hats
struggle
off.
in
But he's leaving her. They asked her to come again tomorrow.
like her smile will always, you will always feel she's always happy, but she had the most struggle in her life.
Yeah, a lot of difficulty she has overcome. Amazing person. So we
Yeah,
are very, very thankful to God that we met after so many years and continuing that. We have another classmate of ours in our group right now in this forum, Subramaniam Vishwanathan. You may be seeing. He is also our own. We all studied together. In fact, Jairam and Subramaniam Vishwanathan, Nathan, we call him. Please go ahead and you share your.
Even Lakshmi Nathan is their classmate.
Yeah, Lakshmi Nathan, she couldn't make it probably today. Otherwise, she would have been here.
It's very
we
heartening
have
to
got a
hear
lot of
this.
classmates today also.
Sundaram also is there.
Sundaram
I
also
saw
is here.
Sundaram, and then
Ananta Lakshmi also I saw some time back.
Lex, I'm in a little rush.
Yeah,
I
please.
intended to be just a listener.
Nathan is there.
But it seems to be a right
Nathan, you want to
opportunity
share
for me
something?
to share my.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please
exactly.
do.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, please go ahead, Nathan.
I would like to share a crisis I am just passing through right now. Okay.
Okay.
And it is the right time because wife has gone out. So it is concerning.
Please take space to communicate now.
I will give you a signal if she comes back. Okay. And since I find all close friends here, I am feeling free. Actually, I came just to listen. But this is a great opportunity. And Jairam and Sita, they already know about the crisis. Okay. So here, let me share. I will make it very brief.
Yeah.
I lost my elder brother
recently
last month in Mumbai. Okay. It was a surgery and it was little botched up surgery. Again, he was admitted in ICU and he developed infection and he could not come out of it. Okay. So this was totally what we had not expected. So I was there in Mumbai and I was helping his sons, 2 sons. Okay. One son had come from Bangalore, other was in Mumbai. And their mother could not join. She was still in Bangalore because she had her own medical problems. Okay. And sorry, kuch electrician aa gaya. Let me show. So, what happened was that hospital bills mounted like anything. Okay, 16 lakhs. Okay, and the fellow, my brother's son, I mean, he was on his taking from his loan account. Okay, so what we siblings, me and my eldest brother and my sister, we felt that we should help out, right, on such an occasion. If we cannot be helpful for our
own
siblings, family, then when we will be helpful?
True.
Acha, एक minute. Just give me 1 minute.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Nathan. No problem.
Yeah, ना ये switch खराब है, जरा देख, stuck हो गया. Okay. So. And my eldest brother, he is a very generous type of fellow, but he is a little, impulsive sort of guy. Okay. He assumes and he takes things for granted. So what he suggested that in a private message to me, of course, that let us all pull in 5 lakhs each. Okay. And help out the poor fellow. Okay. And he assumed that, I am very well off, so I can afford. And a sister who has settled in US, she also can afford. Okay, he assumed everything. And he was ready to give 5 lakhs. And he assumed that everybody will give 5 lakhs. Okay. So this was this thing. Okay. Then, anyway, I was not ready for 5 lakhs, frankly. Okay. So I told him that, why you are committing 5 lakhs? We have a lot of cousins, abroad, NRE young fellows. We can have a pool of involving everybody. But he was not willing to do that. he said that only let us siblings help him out. Okay, then my sister was ready with 2 lakhs. So I was also in a mind to offer 2 lakhs. Okay. Then it is not that I was hiding something or there was a absolute transparency involved. I asked my wife, let us help out. So she was not replying anything. She said, it is your, then finally she made my son write something like, it is your money, your family, you do whatever you want, something like that. So then I thought there is no problem. Let me use my discretion. And I gave 1.25. Okay. I thought, it is not an issue. Okay. She has left to me. So I used my discretion and I didn't want to break FTs and all. So I gave 1.25. After I came back, I was in for a rude shock the way she reacted. And she made her son also react. They were very rude. They were questioning me. They were doubting that I have been transferring money secretly. They were doubting my brother that he has been forcing me to money. So any normal communication with my brother, she thought that, oh, we are secretly planning. Some mistrust, total mistrust should not happen in any family life. Okay. And this is something that she has some, ill feelings against my brother because sometimes he had shouted, or sometimes when my mother was hospitalized, then I had a policy in my mother's name, as well as I had included my mother's name in my policy. So when I told my brother, he came rushing, we have to claim, and all that. So she has seen all this, and my eldest brothers, she thinks that I am puppet of my eldest brother. Okay. I am dancing to his tunes, things like that. Okay. And she has developed so much hatred for my eldest brother and me. She is involving all past sort of issues. She has a rigid belief that I have not been transparent and we are doing some secret transaction. It was a middle brother who had died, and he was not well. He was in some private company and retired. Okay. So he was not that well off, and he was staying in the same house where we siblings were growing up. Okay. So that is another thing he was enjoying. She feels that he was enjoying. We all, had to work hard and go get our own houses where he is enjoying, his family was enjoying, and all that. Of course, he had his own family problems. His wife and one son, they shifted to Bangalore and all that. So, and my mother had a soft corner for him because he was not as well off as the other 2 brothers. Okay. So all these things pulled up, she has developed a mistrust. Not that she has no feelings for my brother's sons. She was very fond of my brother's sons, 2 sons, twins, Ajay and Vijay. Okay. But of course, she doesn't like her sister-in-law. And unfortunately, both my sister-in-laws are my cousins, my mama's daughters. Oh. So she feels that is another complex. She is an outsider. Nobody is telling anything to her. She has been rejected. She is outside the circle. And when we try to include her in the circle, she stands out of the circle. Oh no, it is your this thing and all that. I tried to include her in, we had a small family group. Initially, I did not include her because it was just for one Zoom meeting for wishing my sister marriage anniversary. Then I did not bother about that internal family group. But later on, when my brother was hospitalized, I included everybody. I invited her also, my son also. So the moment I made them join the group, they left, telling, why you did not include me before? You were keeping me outside for all your secret talks, and secret talks is okay, but secret financial transactions, this is what she is believing. Okay. And I am really fed up. I have given her all the documentary proofs, bank statements, When in a hospital, she phones and tells what was the bill. I told 13 lakhs. It was before that, before the death happened of my brother. He said, no, you are lying. It may be much more. Then I sent her the bill. I sent her the final hospital bill. I sent her the bank statement to show that nothing has gone for till the 13th day after the death, till the function. I have not transferred one single rupee. On the 13th day, as a sort of ashirvadam or blessings, since my sister has given 2 lakhs and brother was willing to go, finally he also did not give 5 lakhs. He gave 2.5 and he was planning some LIC policy or something like that. So I thought 1.25 is okay. And since after asking so much, these people are not replying, neither telling yes nor telling no, nor telling, okay, 1.25 is too much, give 50,000 or give 10,000, give nothing, no reply. So I took a decision and transferred 1.25. And such a huge impact it had. And she took my mobile and found a message of my eldest brother that he has suggested 5 lakh. And she said, how dare he suggest like that? How dare he, assume that we can give? I told her it is just a suggestion. And he has written no compulsions. This is his suggestions. That is it. Then since she was going back to the same message, I deleted the message. That became another point. How do you delete it? Evidence. What is the evidence in that? So all these things, basic mistrust. Not having trust in me. Okay. And I cannot be more transparent. I don't know to tell that. You say I get transparent, I have to become Ziratafan or Pandakini.
I mean, I really admire your sense of humor even in this situation.
Yeah.
I mean, just for the benefit of the rest of the people, Nathan is a gifted humor guy. He's very humorous.
Yeah.
Whatever
All
he
my
says,
humor is lost here. My humor is lost since 1 month.
He's a parody king.
Yeah, fair enough.
So anyway, keep it confidential. And Sita has been trying her best. I don't know whether she talked to her again or not.
Actually, Nathan, we want you and Jayanti. We all should sit together and talk about it. It will get resolved. It is a small mistrust and small misunderstanding. We will definitely sort it out. Actually,
I finished my whatever I have to say in 5 minutes. If you ask her, it will start from flashback of 20 since the time we married.
We will definitely sit together and talk it over.
Years.
And it is just a matter of few.
And I know she doesn't trust anybody and all that. Okay. Yeah. But the problem is she has influenced my son so much. Okay. Now he is also doubting and it has become divided. She has successfully managed to separate, continuous brainwashing. I don't know what. So he believes his mother more than me. Okay. So I don't know what further to prove. This is the issue. And I have done so much for her parents, the annual riots and all. I have spent money. Okay. Those things she has forgotten. Okay. For me, there is no internal family, external family. Everybody is in my circle is my family. Yeah, correct. And whoever needs help, I have a natural compassion to help it. And I find those poor 2 boys were suffering. So I went there for emotional support, morally supporting them. She thinks only from the financial angle. Okay,
that's only one aspect.
And she is sending stupid messages in our group. You would have seen about lies and money and relatives. Relatives will come only for some nonsense she is writing. Okay. So that is
that way. Yeah, that it will get resolved now. Then don't despair anything.
See,
we will definitely come and meet you together and then sort it out.
See, I have
Just-
enough reasons because
Just
her
have
late
some
brother,
patience. Just have some patience and then leave it.
Yeah,
Let it cool
it will
down.
work out here. It will work
Let it
See,
cool down.
her-
Yeah.
her late brother in Baroda, he also unfortunately died in the
In
COVID.
COVID,
Young fellow.
yeah.
Yeah,
is,
it was a
he was
terrible
mis-
thing for you. Your father-in-law, mother-in-law, and brother-in-law.
that fellow used to when I was in Saudi, he used to come to Bombay and meet her and ask for help and all that. Okay. Then I told her that can you prove that you have not given money to him without my knowledge? If I ask you proof, can you give? It is same way unreasonable. You are asking me to prove again and again. Okay. So, and even I would not have minded if you had given money to him for any help. Yeah. And she thinks enjoying. I had been, she was against my going to Mumbai. Okay. And when I extended after 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, she said, you are enjoying. What enjoying? I have been struggling for daily going there to ICU and getting a briefing. And when I come back home with a mental fatigue after losing my brother, she is doing this.
Anyway, just lie low and then
Yeah.
sort it out.
Time will also take care of it.
Time will heal everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Time is a
thank you.
greater
Just
healer.
wanted to share.
No, very well
So,
understood.
It's
Anyway,
better.
Yeah, this is the forum. This is the forum you have to discuss.
Yeah,
this
it was the
definitely.
ideal forum, and
Ideal
I thought
forum.
all my friends are there.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah,
I mean, keep it confidential, but
Yes,
you
we
can
respect
tactfully communicate with her also.
We
Okay, make her
respect that.
clear. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I strongly believe in the bad that sorrow shared is sorrow halved and
Yeah.
joy shared
Yeah.
is doubled.
See, Sita has been talking to Jayanti. Let us.
Yeah.
And
So
she has the
everybody is
ability to
talking about
counsel
past
people.
crisis. I thought it is very timely that you held this meeting and I could share my present crisis.
Oh,
Yeah, definitely.
Now,
We really
appreciate.
एक minute.
appreciate your boldness in coming out of.
2:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Nathan. So,
Thank you. But keep it to yourself.
Yeah, done.
And but keep in mind when you are communicating. Okay, so that anyway, Sita is already communicating with her.
So you are in the safe hands of Sita. She will handle that for us.
Yeah, Sita, did
Correct,
you have a chance?
Because
Did you have a
she's
chance
the
to
right
talk to her?
person.
Maybe weekend you can.
She has been balancing our family in a similar way.
Yeah. She
Understand.
talked to
We are in
me.
a different scenario.
She gave
We
me
are
some
having,
advice to keep my
my
mouth
sons,
shut.
her son.
But
Yeah. Yeah, Jairam, you were saying something.
Yeah. We are also in a similar this thing,
My
but
mouth
then
shut.
Sita is tactfully, and she's so wonderful. She doesn't interfere in any of our financial issues.
Yeah.
Just enjoying her life, doing her service.
what I am doing is no response. I mean,
See,
just
for
keep my
me,
mouth shut.
see, for me, as long as I am happy with my life and he is not interfering with that, why should I interfere in his personal financial lives?
Yeah,
That's true.
correct.
Very true.
He is providing whatever I
So-
need. He has provided the children whatever they need. He gives love. He takes care. So
What I am telling,
we are sharing his money. Share.
if I am spending money at the cost of your family's discomfort or family troubles,
Exactly.
I am not denying anything to her or my
Correct.
son. Yeah. All her needs have been fulfilled. All her comforts, everything has been taken care. What is the problem? If I help God to help you a little,
And including daily
people
people
than who are doing
darshan.
charity, who are doing much more charity work than
Nathan,
me.
this is just some bug has entered our brain. We get removed, don't worry.
Bad time.
Doubt.
Cleansing हो जाएगा Nathan. Don't worry.
Cleansing हो जाएगा.
Okay, I count upon your best wishes.
Yes,
Yeah.
धीरे
now
से जाना
it
खटियन
is a bad
धीरे से
time.
जाना
Bad
खटियन
thing.
में.
It will pass on.
Yeah, this
It will
is
go
true.
away. It will go away.
Sorry. Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry. Did you? What did you say? I missed because I was praising the electrician.
It is a bad phase. All the bad things also will go away.
This too shall pass.
Uh,
We have
No,
got to the rock
but-
bottom. You have only to rise up.
No, but I am getting worried because it's something chronic is happening, some psycho or, you know.
Yeah, I think Sita will be the right person to help and resolve. Ho jayega.
Yeah.
I think it's
Okay.
it's
Either you come
I-
down to Bombay or we come to Baroda.
Baroda.
It will happen shortly.
No,
Don't worry.
I even suggested meeting a counselor and all. So that makes her wild again. You are
Yeah.
calling me
No,
mad
no.
or something.
Yeah. She was telling me the
Hey,
same
we
thing.
all four, or even a group of our classmates will sit together and talk.
In fact, I would have loved to join this Bombay trip, but I
Yeah.
just thought after just 3 weeks of for an emergency after my visit, after coming back, mera ye halat hai. So if I go for a fun trip and return,
Then
और क्या
No,
क्या
no,
होगा?
we wanted you to bring your wife also.
Yeah,
Jayanti also should.
either bring
अरे
Jayanti or you don't come.
नहीं वो
Yes.
भी problem है ना, वो भी problem है. She is a package attached
Either
package
bring
with
her
my
or you
son.
don't.
If my son won't come, she won't come. It is like that. Okay. They are in an inseparable package. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I feel lighter.
Yeah,
Just wanted
definitely.
to.
Nathan,
Yeah.
pray for everything to be normal.
Yeah.
Right.
We will work it out.
I never intended to share, but seeing all the familiar, friendly faces, I felt at home and wanted
No,
to share.
Good.
Better,
Yeah.
home,
better,
yeah,
it will come out
Okay.
of this.
As I mentioned, I am reiterating.
I feel lighter now. Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Oh,
I'm
fantastic.
reiterating that this is a very safe space.
Yeah.
It's a very safe space. So don't worry about confidentiality will be respected. Nobody is going to be talking
Yeah.
about it. So
Okay.
it's perfectly okay.
But if you can positively influence her, nothing like it.
We will
We'll do all our
we'll work on it offline.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Thank you. I will give others. I have taken too much of time.
no,
No, no.
it is-
Okay.
is anybody else in a mood to share? Lakshmi Ramachandran, Vijay Lakshmi, Sarlaji said later, Suresh Nanda. Anyone would like to come out and share your
Nanda's
crisis?
raising his hand.
Yeah, Suresh Nandaji, please go ahead.
गुड इवनिंग एवरीबॉडी.
Very good evening.
सर देखिए जो क्राइसिस है ना, दैट्स
हाँ जी.
पार्ट ऑफ लाइफ.
बिल्कुल.
It depends upon the individual how he or she handles that situation.
Exactly.
So what you see, जैसे डॉक्टर हरवंश राय बच्चन का पोएम है ना, जब तक जीवन है तब तक संघर्ष है. जब तक जीवन है तब तक संघर्ष है. Our worries, tension, all these things will bury when we arrive at the burial ground, sir. ये तो कुछ ना कुछ चलता ही रहता है. हाँ, yes, it's easy, as Jamila ji said, it's easy. This wearer knows where the shoe pinches. It's very, very easy to console or sympathize someone, but it's very difficult when one faces that situation. Yes, I face a situation after the post-COVID.
Okay.
My son developed some post-COVID complications.
Oh.
So I am also financially not that sound. So it was just, and at that time my wife was in Odisha. So myself, my daughter at Delhi. So we admitted him in the hospital. Then after that, they referred to him to Safdarjung Hospital. But by the grace of the Almighty and good wishes of my friends and family, he covered totally well, and he joined Jindal Steel and Powers as a engineer's trainee. His training period was over. Now he is inducted as assistant manager with JSPL. So from this crisis, I learned that you shouldn't lose your confidence. And I always strongly believe life's problem, I always strongly believe, as you sow, so shall you reap. All our pain, agony, and everything, it comes from our own karma. It is my personal belief. It is. I personally and strongly believe in this theory, karma theory. ये मेरा विचार है सर.
बिल्कुल सही.
Thank you for listening to me.
No, not a problem at all. We wish everything comes back to normal soon. आपका बेटे का तो जॉब भी लग गया है अभी तो I think.
Yeah, everything. And he's going for trekking on 3rd December. He will come to Delhi on 1st December. First, second, he will stay with us. Third, he is going for his trekking. His base camp is at Rishikesh.
We just wish everything good for him also. सबको.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Most welcome, sir. Archana ji, do we have more time for any other person to talk about? Archana is not on her seat. So can I come back to Sarla ji? Are you in a position to share something?
एक क्या गीत याद आ रहा है हिंदी फिल्म का, शायद राजेश खन्ना जी के ऊपर पिक्चराइजेशन किया हुआ है. दुनिया में कितने गम है, मेरे गम कितने कम है.
बिल्कुल
दुनिया के गम को देख के मैं अपना गम भूल गया.
सही में.
हाँ, क्योंकि हम अपने जो क्राइसिस आते हैं तो तभी हम इतने हार जाते हैं कि लगता है कि सबसे दुखी जन हम ही हैं, मैं ही हूँ. लेकिन जब दूसरों को देखते हैं तब पता चलता है कि अरे इनका गम तो कितना बड़ा है. तो इस तरह जीवन में जो भी आता है वो तो ऐसे पास भी हो जाता है. बस एक सिंपल सा इमोशनल क्राइसिस तो आते हैं, चलते हैं, आते हैं, अभी भी आते रहते हैं और मैनेज कर लेते हैं. एक बार मेरा ऐसे स्लिप हो गई थी, बारिश चल रही थी घर के बाहर और मैं गिर पड़ी. तो मेरे ये कंप्रेस फ्रैक्चर हो गया. 11th जो रीढ़ की जो होता है वर्टेब्रा, उस वर्टेब्रा में उसमें तो मैं उठ भी नहीं पाई, मेरी आवाज भी नहीं निकली, इतना दर्द. और फिर डॉक्टर साहब ने सुना कि दूर दूर से कुछ आवाज आ रही है, तो मुझे खींच के जैसे उन्होंने लेकर लेटाया. और उसके बाद सबको फोन में, क्योंकि हम दोनों ही है, जब से हमारे बच्चे पढ़ाई के लिए बाहर गए, बाद में दोनों की शादी हो गई, बेटा अहमदाबाद, बेटी बड़ौदा, और मेरी हालत ऐसे हो गई. और फिर ये तो हमारा लक है कि हमारे बहुत नजदीकी करीबी जो है हमारे वेल विशर ऑर्थोपेडिक सर्जन, लेकिन बहुत एक्सपीरियंस, तो वो आते थे वीकली. उसी दिन उनका था, तो उन्होंने फिर यहाँ से तो मुझे कार में हॉस्पिटल ले गए, लेकिन मैं चल नहीं सकती थी. फिर वहां से उन्होंने बोला कि उन्होंने ऐसे बस बाद में एक्सरे वगैरह हुआ कि, लेकिन उन्होंने प्रेस करके देखा, उन्होंने बोला कि आप लकी है कि आपको 11th वर्टेब्रा में हुआ है, अगर 12th में होता और आप खड़ी होती तो पैराप्लेजिया हो जाता. लेकिन अभी आपको यहाँ से स्ट्रेचर में ही अब उठना नहीं है, बिल्कुल स्ट्रेचर में. डॉक्टर साहब को बोला अब इसको ऐसे ही इसी पोजीशन में अपने घर पे जाके हाँ 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 और लेटाना है. और 1 महीना तो क्या बोलते हैं, करवट भी नहीं लेना है.
बेड रेस्ट कंप्लीट.
लेकिन करवट भी बदलने की मनाही है और ऐसे ही सोना है. और क्या कि कुछ क्या होगा, क्योंकि पहली बार ऐसी मैंने फिजिकली मैंने उस 2013 शायद 2006 में हुआ था. तो और बेटी की मदर इन लॉ को वहां फ्रैक्चर हो गया, तो वो नहीं आ सकी. और बेटा की छोटी बेटी जो बोर्न हुई थी, तो बहू नहीं आ सकती थी. और सभी रिलेटिव्स या नजदीकी जो लोग कुछ थे उनके हवाले मैंने अपने आप को क्या छोड़ दिया कि जो भी हो मैं, लेकिन मैंने जीवन में कंप्लेन करना सीखा नहीं है। मैं जो भी हो, डॉक्टर साहब को कभी मैंने टेंशन नहीं लेने दिया है, वो अकेले और बस बिल्कुल ऐसे वो उन्होंने सेवा भी बहुत की और मुझे नहीं था कि मैं जैसी थी वैसी अब वापस हो सकूंगी। और हाँ, इतना वो तकलीफ वाला था बिल्कुल। 3 मंथ कंप्लीट बेड रेस्ट, लेकिन 1 मंथ जो निकला इस तरह के करवट भी नहीं बदलना है, दूसरों के हवाले जो कुछ भी हो वो सब बेड में और मुंह में ऐसे लेटे लेटे ग्लास से सब ऐसे रख के खाना खाया जो कुछ भी हो। और जब 1 महीना हुआ उसके बाद मैंने ऐसा सोचा कि चलो आज मैं बेड, हाँ हाँ, तो ऐसे बेड पर मुझे बेल्ट लगा के, वो तो मेरी भांजी थी साथ में, बेल्ट लगा के मैंने ऐसे प्रेस करके खड़े होना के, क्योंकि इतना सर्कुलेशन जो कुछ था वो ऊपर नहीं आ सका। तो बिल्कुल मैं जैसे अचानक ही जैसे कोमा में आ गई, तुरंत ही बेल्ट निकाल दिया, बिल्कुल ब्लैक हो गई थी। लेकिन उस टाइम मुझे जो तकलीफ, जो सब कुछ मुझे दिख गया, वो वो तो था मेरा बैक का या वर्टेब्रा का, लेकिन तभी शायद मैं चली भी जाती, इस तरह का था। लेकिन उसमें भी तुरंत एमडी आ गए, कार्डियोग्राम निकाला और सब कुछ स्टेबल हो गया था बाद में। तो उस तरह उसके बाद में मैं अब हिम्मत जुटा ली अपने मन से कि मुझे पहले जैसा होना ही है, कुछ भी हो जाए। बाद में धीरे 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 करके मैंने अपने आप को इतना वो कर लिया, बाद में जो जो कुछ करना था एक्सरसाइज वो तो उसमें करनी ही नहीं थी, क्योंकि बिल्कुल हाँ। लेकिन वो समय मैंने जो निकाला है सबको, सबके हवाले, मन में लगता भी था कि ये तो एक बोझ है कि दूसरों के सेवा भी लेनी है, दूसरा जो भी, उसमें कभी कंप्लेन भी नहीं करनी है। मन में तो कभी कभी हर्ट भी होती थी उस टाइम, क्योंकि सबको मैं आवाज दूं तब कोई आए मुझे चाहिए या जो कुछ मुझे करना है। लेकिन मैंने एक्सेप्ट एंड एडजस्टमेंट करके मैंने खड़ा होना है, ये मैंने वो डिसाइड कर लिया था। और बाद में चलने का जो खड़ा होके बस कुछ देर तक चल के वापस लेट जाना था। लेकिन वो 3 महीने इस तरह ईश्वर से प्रार्थना करते, उस टाइम ये नहीं था, छोटा मोबाइल शायद आया था और मैं सब पढ़ती रहती थी बुक्स और सुनती रहती थी टेप रिकॉर्डर में। पर लेकिन कभी भी डॉक्टर साहब को मालूम नहीं हुआ है कि मुझे कोई तकलीफ है। बस इसी तरह से होके और बाद में मैं इतनी फिट हो गई कि मैं अभी भी मैं 20 kg वेट में अपने एक हाथ से उठा लेती हूँ।
अरे ब्रावो ब्रावो
Hats off to you, ma'am. Hats off to you.
That's all.
तो बस मन को इतना वो करके मैंने पूरा अपना फिटनेस पर ध्यान दिया और किसी का बुरा नहीं माना कि चलो बहू नहीं आ सकी, बेटा नहीं आ सका, बेटी नहीं आ
बहुत बढ़िया,
सकी।
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया।
वो हमें अकेले ही रहना है, ये
आत्मनिर्भर
तो स्वीकार कर लिया है।
एक्सेलेंट
आत्मनिर्भर हो गया, आत्मनिर्भर हो गया।
हाँ, मोदी जी का फेवरेट हो गया।
तो सब कुछ अपने हाथ बस
अभी
उनकी
कैसे
वो
आप fully fit?
अब बिल्कुल एकदम ठीक हूँ। उसको तो कितने मैं भूल भी गई थी, लेकिन क्राइसिस की बात हुई ना तो बहुत सब कुछ क्राइसिस सोच लिया पहले मैंने, बच्चों का, बच्चों की शादियों का, उसके बाद उनको सेटल करने का, वो तो करना ही होता है, सब कुछ सेविंग, बेटे का अच्छी तरह बंगला भी खरीद के दे दिया। हम जैसे डॉक्टर साहब सेवा करते हैं वैसे ही उसी में घर चलाना, वो तो मैंने पहले से सीखा है, सेविंग भी सीखा है। और कोई ख्याल करे ना करे, हमें अपना प्रेम देना ही है।
वंडरफुल
Wonderful.
तो
Very nice.
हाँ,
ग्रेट
दुखी नहीं
एटीट्यूड
रहना है और किसी को चिंता भी नहीं करवाती है कभी, बस। और आप सबसे मिलके तो मुझे जैसे नया जीवन मिला है अभी
क्या
कि
बात
मैं
क्या बात है।
आज कौन सा है, आज कौन सा है, क्योंकि मैं एक बिल्कुल इंटीरियर टाउन है हमारा कोडीनार जो बोलते हैं, सौराष्ट्र का सोमनाथ महादेव से तो
टेम्पल।
हाँ, उससे आगे बीच में। तो ऐसे कोई मेरे पेशेंट के सिवा मेरी कोई कंपनी नहीं है। ऐसे जैसे मेरा जो है, जो शौक है, पहले मैं सब में थी, पढ़ाई के वक्त, जो एक्टिंग में, डांसिंग में, मैंने सब में बेस्ट एक्ट्रेस का भी अवार्ड, जमीला जी को बोल रही हूँ।
अभी आप कंटिन्यू कर सकते हैं सरकार।
अभी तो बस ऐसे
गुड रोल ऑफ अ डॉक्टर शी विल डू।
वो मेरा
No gussa ma, no gussa. No gussa ma. No gussa ma.
चलिए, बस मेरा तो
म्यूट पर
कंप्लीट हो गया। और आप सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद कि आपने
वेरी नाइस स्टोरी।
मैंने जयलक्ष्मी जी का सुना नहीं है, अगर उन्होंने बोला या, क्योंकि मैं कुछ डॉक्टर साहब आए तो उनके लिए हल्दी वाला दूध बनाने गई थी, तो एक दो का शायद छूट गया है। लेकिन ये आपने इतना अच्छा ये जो किया है ना, कि सबको अपने आप को एक्सप्रेस करते हैं, किसी को कोई संकोच नहीं रहता है, और सभी के ऊपर इसका भरोसा है हम लोगों के ऊपर, कि इसके ऊपर हम किसी का वो माइनस पॉइंट नहीं देखेंगे, और न तो किसी से बात करेंगे, लेकिन सबके जीवन में जो आता है उसको कैसे ले और किस तरह। आपने ललिता जी, आप कुछ
अभी रोटी गूंद रही है, आटा गूंद रही है।
हाँ, मैंने देखा कि आप अपने पैर में चल रही है या क्या।
कुछ भी कहो, जो भी क्राइसिस हो, खाना तो खाना ही है ना।
मैं भी
टाइम में खाना ही है।
See, I will also share my views.
Yes.
In each age,
yes,
you look at the crisis in a different way. वो दूसरे एंगल से देखते हैं।
हाँ,
सही
हाँ।
बात है।
बचपन में तो क्राइसिस रहता ही नहीं है, क्योंकि और कोई रहता है क्राइसिस सब।
क्राइसिस तो एग्जाम है, सिर्फ एग्जाम।
सिर्फ एग्जाम, जब एग्जाम आता है तो मम्मी से डांट खाना पड़ता है, तो वो एक क्राइसिस है। वो बाहर ना, आई टेल यू द ट्रूथ, वो बाहर वो पुराने जमाने में ना वो कचरा का लॉरी आता था।
हाँ, हाँ।
हर रोड में आएगा। आई डोंट नो हाउ इट वाज वर्किंग इन योर सिटीज।
हाँ, आता है, अभी आता है।
दैट बिग कचरा लॉरी यूज्ड टू कम।
Yes.
एंड हमारे में एक एक हार्डली वॉकिंग डिस्टेंस, 2 minutes वॉकिंग डिस्टेंस में, दैट वाज द म्युनिसिपैलिटी मेजर कचरा बल्क उधर आता है। Okay, so everybody used to go and put their kachra there. There was no maid or somebody to take the kachra from the house and carry it. Every day night ये जॉब होता था कि घर का कचरा लो और उधर फेंको। And the kachra lorry used to come. And when the kachra lorry used to come, I don't know what fascination I had. वो बालकनी में खड़ा रह के मैं वो देखती थी वो लोगों को।
अच्छा।
उठाते थे और वो पूरा कचरा बेचारे लाते थे। That time I used to feel इनको कितना अच्छा है, पढ़ाई नहीं, कुछ नहीं, में डालो। एंड पूरा वो घमेला ना, अपना अपना घमेला मालूम है ना, वो अपना अपना कचरा में डालते थे, ऊपर एक टारपोलिन शीट, एंड दे यूज्ड टू सिट ऑन दैट एंड गो। तो लगता था कितना मजा आता है इनको।
पढ़ना नहीं है, एग्जाम नहीं है, पढ़ना
एग्जाम नहीं, कितना अच्छा है। When you crossed that stage, then you realized what luxury we were having at home.
Yes.
जब भूख लगी, before we knew what hunger is, खाना was there.
Yeah.
Before we knew what we have to do, that this was provided. After marriage also कुछ problem नहीं था, लेकिन वो luxury नहीं था.
Definitely.
And there were two different homes. People, अपने बच्चे लोग एक जैसे नहीं सोचते हैं. So how do you expect a person, a husband, to think like me?
I know. True.
My own daughter thinks in this way, son thinks in another way. My brother thinks in one way, I think in one way. Husband तो बिल्कुल, and
तो सोचता ही नहीं है।
at that right, I will feel my husband understand what I want. At that time ऐसा लगा। Then वो भी गया, हो गया। Then I was busy with my own children, वो सब गया। Then सास कुछ बोलेगी, अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, क्योंकि मम्मी ने बोला नहीं ना ऐसा, अच्छा नहीं लगेगा। Then I felt ठीक है, या वो बोलने दो। Left it like that. And fortunately we were 3 co-sisters. Co-sisters means इनके 3
बाथरूम में
लड़के हैं। तो all the daughters-in-law we'll have our gyan to share. How we felt.
एक solution मिल गया.
तो we had somebody to share. या अम्मा ने ऐसा के बोला, अम्मा ने मेरे को भी ऐसा बोला, मैंने कुछ किया ही नहीं है फिर भी वो डांट के गई. But she would have felt we did something wrong. At that time we felt we were right. तो वो situation गया. Children grew up. Then slowly he will be outside most of the time touring. So मैं बच्चे लोग enjoy करते थे घर में. When there was no TV, we were the happiest.
I know. That's true.
We three बच्चे लोग और हम अपने गेम्स खेलते थे, बाहर घूमने जाते थे, बाहर का भेल खाएंगे, पानी पूरी खाएंगे और
मेवाड़ वाला आइसक्रीम
चलते चलते जाएंगे. We don't hire an auto rickshaw or bus or anything. We just walk.
Okay.
वो जगह ये जगह कांदिवली से लेके ये मलाड और ले उधर इधर चलते जाएंगे.
गोरेगांव.
And then we will see the board. अरे ये हम गोरेगांव में पहुंच गए चलते चलते. We have to go back also. So there was a time when these hawkers knew us more than him. रोज में पूछेगा भाभी जी कैसी है, and he used to wonder एक कौन किसको पूछ रहा है. उस जगह तो मेरा किसने बोला. That was one time. Then later on children grew up. They settled down. Yes, shifting from Mumbai to Bangalore was a big crisis tension. भी चला गया.
But we all four discussed and decided.
So we came here. Daughter didn't get her admission in the college she wanted. Subject she got. That was a crisis for her. बच्चे लोग जब टेंशन में है ना, खुद हम पे ऊपर टेंशन आ जाता है. It is not their tension. It becomes our tension.
I know.
So it happened. Then she also passed out from Pune. इधर आके उसने अपना पोस्ट ग्रेड किया. अभी अपने अपने घर में दोनों सेटल्ड है. अभी दूसरा टेंशन आ गया, पोता बस में बरोबर चढ़ता है क्या नहीं. So
आज एक माइनर क्राइसिस होने वाला था.
Crisis at each stage it changes. We always see the other parties enjoying. Actually it is not. Each one has their own this. Now is the time I feel अरे मैं happy हूँ, क्यों प्रॉब्लम लेना है. Help others. And ये आटा जो गूंद रही हो अपने लिए नहीं है. I have 2 elderly ladies in the top floor. उनको चपाती चाहिए, उनको बनाने को नहीं होता है. So every day at 7:30 she'll अभी इसलिए टाइम देखा 7 बज गया, आटा भी नहीं गूंदा है इसलिए मैं गूंदने के लिए गए. 7:30 she'll come and pick up. तो क्या सोचती हूँ जितना हो सके हेल्प करो दूसरों को.
We are being inspired by Sita. बहुत सर्विस करने का मूड है अभी.
Help करो. Don't cry about what you are not having. Just laugh over what you are having. इतने सारी चीजें जो हमें है. हेल्प है, बच्चे लोग हैं, and everybody in the same city. हस्बैंड है जो मेरे
इशारे पे नाचता है.
उधर जाओ बोलेगा he is my errand boy. Nowadays he is my errand boy. बटर नहीं है दुकान जाएंगे, दूध नहीं है दुकान जाएंगे.
ऑनलाइन नहीं खरीदते हम.
These I used to do single handed. अभी लगता है बच्चों को भी संभालो, उनका पढ़ाई भी देखो, उनको स्कूल पहुंचा, उनका डबा. When he was not at all in the city.
You manage all alone.
You have to because the situations are there. You have to. क्या करेंगे? हमारे बच्चे हैं, हम नहीं संभालेंगे तो और कौन संभालेगा?
और कौन संभालेगा?
अभी भी संभालती हूँ. डॉटर विल टेल अम्मा कैन यू कम. मैं तो हाँ ठीक है, सब इधर छोड़ छाड़ करके मैं भागती हूँ.
लेवल 0 हेल्प, लेवल 1 हेल्प, ऐसे आता है हेल्प. पहले
because my mother-in-law was there. His mother was there with us. So first level help he will run. उसको स्कूल में पहुंचाने के लिए 9 बजे. I said 9 बजे I can't come because I have to make everything for my amma and come. Everything टेबल पे रखती हूँ और 12 बजे पहुंचेगी जब माय ग्रैंडसन विल कम फ्रॉम स्कूल. उसको खाना गरम चपाती चाहिए, उसको बना के उसको भरना है मुंह में, खाएगा नहीं. तो लेवल हेल्प. अभी बेचारे बच्चे लोग खुद बोलते हैं अम्मा तुम अभी बस हो गया जितना करती है उतना, अभी रिलैक्स करो, घर में आराम करो, अप्पा और तुम जाके गाना गा के आओ. I am not a professional singer or a trained singer. He is a trained singer. मैं अपने मजे के लिए जाके गा के आ जाती हूँ. जहाँ भी गाना है मैं जयलक्ष्मी knows that very well.
Yeah, she sings so nicely.
Thank you.
She sings very nicely. And Kuhu Kuhu Bole Koyali also I saw in YouTube, Lalita. It was so nice. I can't sing that song. It's so tough.
कुछ कांट नहीं होता है, हम बिना ट्रेनिंग के हम गा रहे हैं इधर।
देखो कितना अच्छा गाया है।
मन लगा के जो भी करेंगे ना तो बहुत सुंदर आता है।
अच्छा है।
तो मन लगा के खाना बनाओ, 2 रोटी बनाओ, लेकिन अच्छा मन लगा के बनाओ, बहुत सुंदर।
जिस भी कार्य में हम अपना 100% देना है, ये तो मैंने भी रखा है। कुछ भी करो 100% दे के करना है।
may not be trained in that, but you put your whole mind in that, it will come out well. अभी ऐसा नहीं, फोरम में मैं बिल्कुल बात नहीं करती थी। I was a quiet person sitting inside. आ गए ना बाहर।
अभी देखो कितना अच्छा बात किया है।
सुंदर बात करती है।
So now there is nothing to complain. It is only a stage of your life, the age that makes you think one is bad, one is right, one is wrong. How to? It's your age.
सास भी कभी बहू थी, वो है।
सही बात है।
तो में झगड़ा नहीं है ना, touch wood. Because I don't interfere with their lives.
ऐसा हमको लगता है।
सच्ची हमको लगता है।
हमको लगता है, उसको
Maybe they may feel. I don't ask also. चुपचाप रहती हो गया। And another thing, I don't know whether it can be an advice or a suggestion or anything. When you feel like telling something, please put it across in a proper way. Later on, regret नहीं होना चाहिए। शायद हम बोलते तो ठीक।
We had done a session on regret. We did a topic of regret
It's
some
not
time back.
regret means शायद. See, sometimes we may not tell our children, fearing that they may not like it. You put it in a proper way. See, I feel it this way. You also think over it and then act on it. तो वो लोग भी सोचेंगे। अगर हम नहीं बोलते और कुछ God forbid it goes wrong, then we will regret. We should have told them.
Yeah.
अच्छी तरह से धमकाना नहीं उनको। देखो ऐसा करना चाहिए, हम हमारे सास के टाइम में कैसा किया, हम बचपन में हमारे बच्चे थे, हम सुनते। Don't tell all these things. हमारा जमाना गया, that is past tense.
That's over.
Absolutely.
Yeah, everything changes.
Hey, you have to accept the change also, no?
Put the children.
True. Absolutely.
You can't tell your child मैंने वो street light में पढ़ा, वो बोलेगा तुम्हारा बाप गरीब था यार, मेरा बाप अमीर है।
Definitely.
One of my friend's son only told here, don't give me this ज्ञान यार, your बाप was गरीब.
You can very well say you are also educated. You can also think at this point of time. You may think in this fashion. You think from this angle and see how it is going to be, and then you proceed. They may think.
I think everything is communication. You know how well you can articulate and communicate and effectively put it across without hurting, without being aggressive, but still being assertive. All these things come together. I think we should do a communications workshop sometime.
And another beautiful.
That's an art actually.
And a beautiful word to tell it. Please don't feel free and humble to tell sorry. Even if you are not wrong, if you know you are perfectly right. कोई भी बोला ना तुमने ऐसा किया, गलत किया, बोले please sorry. At that time I didn't think. I made it this way. I'm sorry. Henceforth I'll take care. वो एक शब्द ना पूरा सीन को बदल देता है,
खत्म कर देता है,
डिफ्यूज कर देता है। सही बात।
डिफ्यूज, completely diffuse
कर देता है। I tell sorry even to the youngest grandchild.
Yeah, that's a magic word.
बोला हाँ, आपने ऐसा क्यों किया? I'll tell him sorry बाबा, I didn't realize that. I'm so sorry. You are so sweet. ऐसा सब बोल देगा ना, वो पूरा करता है।
And they learn from you also.
Before she could open her mouth, हमारी मासी एक बार बहुत बिगड़ गई थी। हम लोग दोनों रात को लेट पहुंचे थे उधर, and she was waiting क्योंकि मेरे फोन भी बंद था, everything was closed. She was not able to reach. She was not able to reach, and she was so irritated. जाते जाते हमने सॉरी बोल दिया, तो फिर भी वो डांट निकलते हैं। ठीक है यार, I'll act upon it, don't worry, cool down. तो उनका ब्लड प्रेशर को नीचे लाना पड़ा। सॉरी में बहुत पावर है,
बहुत पावर है।
सॉरी में बहुत, and basic thing, thank you is another great term.
Yes. Even a glass of water, if they tell you, अगर हमारे जगह में एक glass of water दिया, thank you बोलो, उसमें क्या ये हो जाता है?
Can I say something?
Yeah, please, go ahead, Lakshmi ji.
When you were saying about thank you and please and all that, when we teach even the small children, the smallest of children, these are the 3 magic words.
Exactly, 4.
Thank you, sorry,
excuse me,
and please. So all these words, we say it as a magic word. So where is the magic word? So immediately they latch onto it and they say, okay, thank you, or sorry, whatever. That actually, instead of telling them directly what they should say, sorry, being didactic is not a solution for small children, is what we find.
I don't know where it vanishes. At which point of time it vanishes, we don't know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we continue doing that.
Yeah, yeah. And moreover, when we keep saying sorry and please and thank you,
Right,
they
right.
look at us and then
Right.
they learn from that.
I
We
agree.
don't tell them. That is
True. Good. I think, Archana, we have exceeded our time limits, I suppose. आप लोगों को घर भी जाना है. Archana must be in her office here. And let me thank seniors today for. I'm sorry if I was not able to communicate with any of you. I mean, anyone. Vijay Lakshmi ji से experience sharing नहीं हुआ. Is there?
Next time.
I think part 2 we have to keep for this particular thing, I suppose.
Yeah, I would like to share the next time.
Yeah, आपसे भी बात हुआ नहीं. So we'll do it part 2 of this. Maybe we will have more things to talk about. Sundaram also is here, so maybe he also has something to add. We'll do it on another occasion, maybe next week itself. क्योंकि लोहा गर्म है, मार दो हथौड़ा जैसी बात.
ठीक है, I take leave, friends.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स के बारे में भी किसी ने बताया. सुरेश नंदा जी बोल रहे हैं कि प्लीज डू समथिंग अबाउट इट. वी विल वर्क ऑन इट. कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स मे बी कॉर्पोरेट लेवल के हिसाब से तो हम कर ही सकते हैं, बट देन आई थिंक
ह्यूमन लेवल लाइफ स्किल सर, इट्स अ लाइफ स्किल.
लाइफ स्किल.
Communication is life skill.
Very much. We will work on it. We'll talk to Archana and seniors today. So we should thank seniors today for bringing all of us together under one roof for this event. And don't forget, there are a lot of programs that they have for us. So I think tomorrow is Wednesday. I think season 9 for talent is on.
Singing.
So
Group C.
kindly spread the word around. Tomorrow 6 o'clock that will be there. I think if somebody from the office is there, they can share the timetable. On a weekly, from Monday to Saturday, there are events that are happening. On Thursday, I think we have Antakshari at 3 o'clock. Join, enjoy yourselves, just freak out. Then for around 5:30, there is karaoke singing where you are taught as to how to hold a mic onwards. Everything is being taught. Very effective things. And storytelling sessions by Mohan Krishnan, they are also very, very interesting. A lot of things are happening. And last week was on epilepsy. Dr. Jagtap spoke about it. It was a very wonderful session. So there is so much to learn. And even from today's session, we have a lot of takeaways. We are enjoying on one side and we are also learning.
Definitely.
It is very key. And I would recommend that you also spread the word around, that your other friends who are not part of seniors also can be part of this group.
Yes.
For example, Sundaram came in. He is not part of seniors, but he came in. He heard us out. Maybe he will share sometime next day, something next time if he has something to do. So I would recommend that all of you please spread the word around. We'll have more the merrier. More the merrier means we learn more, lot more. Let's keep it as a learning forum for everyone.
Definitely.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye everyone.
Bye,
Thank you.
Bye.
Jamila ji, Allah Hafiz.
Bye.
Allah Hafiz.
Bye.
Allah
Bye,
Hafiz. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah
Allah
Hafiz.
Hafiz.